Okay, good morning, you two, on Monday. Um, I'm trying something new here for our maths lesson. It might work, it might be a catastrophe, so let's see how it goes. I'm trying to be a bit clever. So today we're going to look at adding two-digit numbers. Now we've done lots of this already and we've learned lots of different ways. We know there's a number line method to do that. We can calculate it mentally in our heads. But today we're going to be looking at drawing tens and ones again. Now this is the way I would always say is the easiest. And if you are trying to calculate two-digit numbers and add them together, I would recommend using this method always, okay? You can use a number line if you find it easier, but I think there's a lot more steps to it. It's a lot more complicated. So if you need to use it to work it out, then that's great. Because in class, we would be using our base 10, wouldn't we? Our blue sticks of 10 and our blue ones. But obviously, we haven't got those at home. And also, if we were to do any special tests, which we're not doing this year, but if we were, you're not allowed to take that equipment in with you, but they can't stop you from drawing. So if you know how to draw them, you can work them out just as if you had them. Now, when we add two-digit numbers, drawing tens and ones, it's really easy for some ways, but in some ways it's a little bit trickier. So I'm going to show you one of the easier ones. Okay, they're both quite similar. So say I had a number sentence like this. Oh, hang on. 33 add, that's not going to fit on. Let me just zoom that down a bit. That's better. Add 23. Okay, now I can draw tens and ones to help me do this. So it's up to you. You can either just draw your tens and ones, they need to be in columns, so one needs to be above the other. Or you can split them up using a grid. I like to draw a grid because it makes it easier. So what I do is I draw a grid. So I'll put T for tens on one side, draw a line to separate it, and then an R on the other side, which means ones. And you can draw a line to kind of give it a heading. You don't have to do that, it's up to you. Now, what I want to do is I want to make both numbers because I'm adding, aren't I? This add sign here means that we are putting two parts together to make what will come at the end here a whole number. Okay, so that will be the whole number of those two parts. So we need to draw both numbers. So we need to draw 33 and 23. So that's really, really important. So first of all, I'm going to start now. It doesn't matter which order you do them. I prefer to do the larger number first. So I'm going to draw 33. So tens go in this side here, where the T is. Okay. So I'm going to draw how many tens are in 33? That's right, 3. 10, 20, 30. And then how many ones are in 33? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I call these tens and ones my chunky chips and my peas. And I know when we use our base 10, the ones are actually square. But if we do them square, we might mix up our tens and our ones because they both might look like squares. So that's why I do them as circles, because it just makes it easier. But each one of these, like this one, is 10. And each one of these, like this one, is 1. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. Then we need to add our second number, which is 23. Now 23 is made up of 2 tens and 3 ones. So I'm going to draw them underneath. Now you might draw a line to separate them. It's up to you, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to draw 23. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. There we go. Now, I've done the hard work there. All I need to do now is count what I've got together. Now, normally, and you'll learn this when you're a bit older, we normally encourage you to count the ones first when you're adding two-digit numbers. But when we draw our tens and ones method, it's so much easier to count the tens first and then count on the ones. So I can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Can you see there? I got 56 as my answer, so that's my answer. And can you see how I counted my tens, but I didn't then go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll mix me up. I'm going to count on my ones because that's still part of that number. So it's going to go 50, then 51. Okay. Now that's the easy way to do it. Now that's for numbers where the ones are not more than 10. Now we're going to be doing some today where the ones are more than 10. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'll give you an example. Say we had 47 and 28. Okay. So again, we've got our two parts. Our first part is what? That's right, 47. And our second part is 28. And we know we're adding because we can see that symbol there. Now, it might be a bit trickier when you do word problems and you don't have that symbol and you need to think about that, but we'll do that when we get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw both numbers because I'm adding. So I'm going to draw 47 first. So again, might do it with tens and ones by doing the t and the of, but you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. And I'm going to make 47. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. That's a very poor one. There we go, better. 47. Then I need to draw my second part, which is 28. So I'm going to do 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And you can see there, all these ones, let me just change the color so you can see it. All these ones are going to add up to way more than 10, aren't they? Okay. Now it doesn't make a difference because we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did on the last one. We're going to count the tens first, then we're going to count the ones, and that will give us a total. So I'm going to choose a different colored pen just so you can see me counting them. Now you might dot them, you might make a line on them, you might just count them as you go along. That's fine, but I'm just showing you how to do it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Then I'm going to count on the ones. So my next number is going to be 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. That's going to give me 75. Okay, so essentially what we're doing is in our ones column, we've got more than 10. So if we wanted to highlight it, we could say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is 10, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that could be in here and be an extra 10. We don't need to draw that, but we could, and then we could get rid of that bit. It's entirely up to you. Okay, I would just do it the easy way. So I'll show you another couple, just so you're ready for it. And it works with any two-digit number, as long as it's less than 100. It gets a bit tricky if it's more than 100. So say we had 44, and we needed to add 49. Okay, so again, this time I'm not going to draw the t and the r because you might not want to. This might speed it up for you, but you can draw it. It's not a problem. So I'm going to start with 44 because that's my first part. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. And I'm adding 49. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Then all I need to do is count on the tens, then count on the ones. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. So what's our total? 93. And one more just to show you how we do it. So say we had, I'm going to change my color this time. I want it to be a bit more exciting. 15. Oh, it's kept the same color, never mind. 15 and 65. Okay, so I'm going to make, doesn't matter which number you make first, but I like to start with a bigger number usually. You don't have to, but I like to start with it because it makes it easier. So I'm going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Can you see I've done my tens underneath? It doesn't matter, just however you can fit them on. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Then my second number, which is 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then count them all. Count the tens first. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So my total is 80. Really, really easy. Okay. So there is a worksheet for you to have a go at where you need to draw your tens and your ones to help you to solve these problems. And then after that, if you want to, you don't have to do this. There's an extension activity, which has got a list of number sentences, addition ones. And what you need to do, get a piece of paper. If you've got an exercise book, use an exercise book. Write down the number sentence. So like I've done. So say if it was 33, add 27. You'd write that down in your book, then you draw your tens and your ones, just like we've been doing, use it to solve it, then go into the next one. It's really important that you draw the tens and the ones, even if you think you know the answer, because I want you to really practice this method so you know you're really confident with it. I hope this has been helpful, year two. Have a good day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.